guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna show you how to make the space shooter game I did last time. So the first thing we're gonna do is set the background color to black because this is a space game. And then we're gonna start screen with a starfield effect. Like that. Next, we need to create a player, so just go to sprite. Set my sprite to sprite of kind player. Click on the empty box and then design what you want as your player. I'm just gonna make something like a rocket ship, and then like this. Fill it in, and I'm gonna add some fire blasting. So like that, and then we can press done. Next, we can move my sprite with buttons because right now because we couldn't move it before, but now we can. Okay. And as you can see, we can just go right out of the screen. So let's go to the sprite category and set my sprite to stay on screen on, and then like as you can see now, you can't go off screen. Now let's make a projectile. So when on A button pressed, set projectile to projectile from my sprite with VX50 and VY50. So click on the projectile box, and then like make what you want your projectile to look like. So mine is gonna look something like this. Fill it in, and then I'm gonna add some orange in it. And then add some orange and add some yellow inside of that. So now, as you can see, when I press A, I can just shoot some bullets. But it's not going. It's going down. So put the VI to 0 and get the VX to -500, and that way when I shoot, it goes to the left and it's really, really fast. So now we're done the projectile, we have to make an enemy. So on game update every 5 milliseconds, that means it'll do this every 5 milliseconds. We need to make an enemy, so sprite 2. And then draw what your enemy will look like. I'm just gonna draw something like this. Okay, and then fill it in. I'm using green because green is like what aliens are supposed to look like. And then yeah, so every 5 milliseconds, an alien will spawn, but like as you can see, they just spawn right in the middle. So we need to change them to I think we should copy it first because we need to do the X and the Y. So we need to set the X to 0, but we need to set the Y to a random one, and we need to change it to my sprite 2. And then we need to go to the math and then choose pick random between 0 and 10. You have to set the 0 to 10, and then go to the scene category, get the screen height get the screen height block, and drag it to where the 10 is supposed to be. And then now when you press it'll just go to a random place, but as you can see, they're not moving. So you have to make them move, and then like go to the sprites category and drag out the set my sprite velocity, and then like the VX means how fast you want it to move. So just like this one, we want it to move to the right, so we don't need to get it to negative. And I'm going to choose 25 and 0. So now, when I do this, oh yeah, I just keep changing this to my sprite. So my sprite 2. Now the aliens are coming at you, but your lasers do nothing, which is annoying. So now let me show you how to make the lasers do something. So now go to the sprite category, go to on sprite kind overlaps. Oh yeah, and you have to change this one to kind enemy because they're an enemy, and then like on kind player overlap with on kind enemy and projectile. That means when your projectile hits the enemy, it will do this. So we're gonna destroy the enemy like this. You have to destroy the projectile and the enemy, because like if you don't destroy the projectile, it will just keep going and kill more enemies, and that's not really that just makes your game easier. So I want to destroy the enemy with the effect, so press the plus button, change the spray to disintegrate, or any of them you want. But now wait, actually let's also add a point. So change score by 1. Now when you hit the enemies, they just disintegrate, and it's counting your points. But right now you can just fly in there and do anything you want. So that's not very good. Now what we're gonna do is like copy this first. So kind player overlaps with enemy. Change score by -1. You see how similar it is? Just it'll just kill, but you don't want your player to die. Just change score by -1. So you have a way of losing points, but I think you should also make the player die. And don't change the score because it's already game over. So now let's try this. Like, yeah, you just die, but the aliens keep coming. Like, okay, if you did this right now and like you played it for a bit and it's lagging, like it's because when the enemies go past here, they still exist, like I said in the last video. So like they're still existing and it's lagging. So let's make something that can kill them once they get there. So what you go is to go to the scene category, go to set tile map. We're doing this because we're making a map and then putting blocks here, and whenever they overlap the block, they die. So set tile map to a tile map, and then like what I do is to go to my tiles because there's no space category. So just press plus, and then what I do is just fill the complete thing with black, and then just get a bit of white onto it so it looks like there's stars, and then press done. I think the area is about somewhere here, so I'm just gonna draw that, and then we can just test it. But as you can see, it's so small, so we're gonna add some area, like I think about there, and then let's erase this, press done, redo it, it might take some time to reload, so I just reload the whole thing. And then now, as you can see, it's right on the border, and that's good. So the next thing we're gonna do is go to the scene category. On sprite kind player overlapped with this at location, change the empty block to our space block, and then go to the sprite category, destroy sprite, but we need to change this to enemy. So change it to enemy, destroy sprite, and not my sprite. So now, as you can see, just watch the aliens get to the wall and then they instantly die. Okay, but like, this doesn't look good enough, so what I do next is destroy sprite with disintegration, and I'm gonna change the map a bit. We're gonna add a new block, and then like this one is gonna look very similar, so it blends in. So like, just add a bit of white. Don't make it the exact same though. So now you can place it all over in the inside. So now it'll really look like it's in space. And right now it just looks cool. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.